Hello everyone, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Rule the Waves. This is part 8 of our Let's Play, playing as Russia, and we're in the beginning stages of war with Japan. We're in our version of the Russo-Japanese War. It's occurring a little bit later, it's 1910. The war got off to a disastrous start in our last episode. The Japanese launched a surprise attack on Port Arthur. My fleet was half strung out between Port Arthur and back in Europe. I was trying to get troops into position. And I started the war before I was ready without realizing I was starting it. So it was a disaster. I lost over 7,000 victory points, 2 or 3 battleships, heavy cruisers, just an absolute slaughter. And, you know, I'm not the best player in terms of fighting battles. I tend to kind of zoom through things, pick one ship, use it as my flagship, and kind of fight through the rest. So if these next couple of episodes you're looking for a competent Rule the Waves player who, you know, carefully moves everything and micromanages, that's not me. There's going to be some moments in these next few videos of the battles as they unfold where you're just going to want to, you know, grimace. But with that being said, I do hope it's entertaining. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm going to jump back into the live stream from just a few days ago where I fought these out live. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys at the end. A large battle. Own ships available in the region: 2 dreadnoughts, 4 battleships, 6 heavy cruisers, 13 light cruisers, 9 destroyers. The enemy has 33 destroyers, 9 heavy cruisers, 9 battleships, 3 battle cruisers, 3 dreadnoughts. So they heavily outclass us, but we're going to have to hope that things turn in our favor. This fight, it looks like we've got a couple of ships here, a couple of heavy cruisers, the Tsar and the Yakonot, the 1812. Let's see here. The Tsar is what class ship? She's a Tsar class ship, 14,500 tons, 4 9-inch guns, 10 5-inch guns. I believe that's a class I designed. And then we've got some good, I think these are good light cruisers, 8-inch guns, 8 6-inch guns, 6-inch guns. All right, so the 1812 class. So these are actually some more modern light cruisers. We'll see how this fight pans out, but let's go ahead and get started here. Everybody's kind of spread out. Goal here is to sink enemy shipping. Obviously, we need to detect that, so we're on the raid here. Busan, so we're near Korea. All right, unknown ship sighted. Kind of on the edge of this minefield. Turn toward it and see what it is. Appears to be a transport. Oh, that's good. Also spotted several other enemy ships here in this direction. We'll go ahead and sail this way. Crank the speed up a little bit on both these convoys here, both these groups. We'll leave the other light cruiser to go after that transport. Bring the speed up to about 20 knots. And we'll kind of play this through. There's ship spotted. Really hope that's not a battleship. Let's see. Saying heavy cruisers. It's saying all heavy cruisers? We have 1 heavy cruiser. So in a long-range engagement, we are going to be pretty outclassed. Best hope, frankly, is to try and close the distance, I think. Launch some torpedoes. So let's crank the speed up. Try and cross their T. We'll leave the Tsar class to fight kind of more of a gun engagement here as our light cruisers here turn in to try and close the range. Tsar class in to support. Really need to try and cut their line. They're turning away. They're not giving us the opportunity. Hoping to launch some torpedoes against these guys. We've got ships getting beat up pretty badly. Thank you for the follow, Zorax. Welcome to the stream or to the channel. Damaged pretty badly. It was the Reuben. The Reuben was gonna have to turn out here. Damn it! Death charge of the Tsar. Alright, I guess we'll see how our gunnery fared in this fight, too. Turn the Tsar away. I don't really know what to expect in terms of what their quality of their ships are. I think we're getting beat to hell, so I think we need to run. This is going to be a defeat for us. We'll speed these guys up. We've got this third cruiser division. Bring them in close. And you can see we are drawing some hits here based on the little graphics. When you get that flame, generally indicates a hit. Bring the third cruiser division in. Ours running low on ammo. Can I keep up with division? Detacher, yes. All right. Wanted them to run in and go after. I was hoping to draw the enemy fleet away and then have our cruisers run in on the enemy transports, which were sitting under their guns. I'm kind of tempted to try running into the minefield. I'm assuming this represents a defensive minefield. To see if we can, because the end objective for this battle is to sink 2 enemy ships. We haven't sunk any. We've lost several damaged. Not, I mean, pretty badly damaged by the looks of it. Enemy heavy cruiser came out to play, I guess, all by himself, too. Interesting. Could we maybe isolate him and destroy him? Here we launched some torpedoes in on him. They both missed. He is definitely losing speed. Appears to be dead in the water. It'd be a great time to launch more torpedoes as my AI cruisers close in on him. Again, appears to be dead in the water, guys. Some torpedoes in on him. Another unidentified ship here in the rear. Hopefully the enemy's friends don't come save him. Alright, so we sank him. We sank him! Very nice. I think we sank him. Alright, that may end this thing as a victory then. So appears, I think it's a night engagement, but I could be wrong. Actually, no, it's around noon, so I don't know why we've got such bad visibility on him. You can see here what looks like we sank the enemy. I don't know if it's our secondaries. Oh god, the Tsar is going to go down. She was just hit by a torpedo. Yep, she's sinking. All right, well, we can't really afford one-to-one trades with the Japanese here. I don't know why the Reuben is like sailing off on the edge of the map. Like, can he not physically sail any further west? Just hit by torpedo. Yoko class. Oh, nice. So we hit their heavy cruiser with a torpedo. Very nice. So is this just going to be a battle of Armageddon? Nice. We hit it with another torpedo. So hopefully we've got 2 of their heavy cruisers sunk now. Tsar is sinking. I don't think there's anything I can do. It looks like the Reuben is sinking as well. It is. So we're going to lose at least a light cruiser and a heavy cruiser. I would imagine their heavy cruiser would sink. It was hit by 2 torpedoes. I don't know what I get to, like, shouldn't I have shifted my flag to another ship? It looks like everything's AI controlled. Option here to take over. So I guess I just have to kind of watch and see what happens here. How is the Mayoko not sunk? Why don't you guys, come on, go in and close the... Alright, so we sank the other enemy cruiser. 2 enemy cruisers sunk. I think now we just kind of speed the thing up and hope the battle ends. Alright, new flag. I think is retreating to under the cover of their guns. Reuben sunk. Fine that we already knew it was going to sink. Come on, guys, get over here. Can't take control of them? All right, so we are sailing away. Oh, why are you turning back, AI? Don't be stupid. Battle ever gonna end? There's gonna be a time limit, so it'll end at some point. Hey, Elena. All right, so Russian major victory. That didn't feel like one. We lost a light cruiser and a heavy cruiser, but the enemy lost 2 heavy cruisers sunk. They also lost medium damage on another light cruiser. So at the end of the day, we score more than them. They get a bonus for having all their merchantmen survive, but we sank 2 of their ships, so we get credit for a victory here. In terms of victory points, this thing's pretty flat. We get 2,300, they get 2,100. But I guess it's reasonable vengeance. They certainly outclassed us. I wouldn't call it a memorable battle, though. So there you have it, a victory in the Asian theater, if you will. Got several ships here in Northeast Europe. These guys are working up. We'll go ahead and assign them to Coastal Patrol, which will allow us to pull someone in Coastal Patrol, Northeast Asia, off that duty. Who do we want to pull off that? Probably this light. All right. So here we go. Research breakthrough, Japanese submarines. Fleet battle in Finland. What? Friendly ships not available to create force. How would a fleet battle occur in our home waters? Cruiser action. The enemy is sending vessels into Europe. Into our home waters. My mind is blown. I never would have thought that was going to happen. We're losing XP because of it, or victory points. Japanese ship intercepts one of our raiders. Let's fight that battle. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so we'll kind of continue along. Unknown ship sighted, which is where? Where away, sir? Alright, so it's a single ship action. We're going to increase speed to 20 knots. That's flank for us. Our vessel is the Latin. He has 4 8-inch guns, 14 6-inch secondaries. We'll turn to engage, and we'll see how this thing results. The enemy is turning away. Oh, it says she's a battleship. I don't believe it. Our lookouts always think the enemy has a battleship. Always. So it says a heavy cruiser. Oh god, there's multiple enemy ships. I thought this would be a one-on-one fight. Now, we do have the gunnery skill. So we'll see how this results. I hate the idea of burning all of our fuel and also burning all of our ammo in stern chase. Is it crossing their T when you go behind them? Oh shit. Getting beat to shit. I think. I don't know, we're only making 8 knots. No, we sank. Major Japanese propaganda coup. We lost an obsolete heavy cruiser. 700 more victory points for them. Damn. Okay, the ship has trouble reaching design speed. So we got a bunch of new destroyers, as well as some other ships that are completing. All right, we are going to keep fighting, sir. I do not want to lose. Enemy raid on coastal shipping. So we've got a whole bunch of new ships that just came into service. We're going to send them east, including some rebuilt battleships. The enemy is raiding our coastal shipping. Let's see where they are. Presumably, I think this is our flag. Everything's switching over to AI control. All right. Detect something? Gotta be in here somewhere, right? Alright. Our battleship over here is getting shot at by someone. Go ahead and speed up and catch up with them. I don't know what's shooting at what. See here, we've got our fleet is kind of mobilized and coming in here. 21 knots. There appears to be shooting at our battleship. Give us stuff. Alright, let's close the range as best we can. Multiple enemy ships here. Gonna try and close in on the enemy ship here on the left. Literally no reason to do that. We're gonna go ahead and chase these guys. We've got a large force here, mostly light cruisers with one heavy cruiser in tow, chasing after this enemy light cruiser. He turned in, but we've got our own 1812 light cruiser engaged. She's suffered damage, but so is the enemy. The enemy appears to be slowing down. Our objective, not to have... XTRG limits flooding. Okay, so XTRG is involved in fighting as well. Appears to be up here. So this is a kind of a spread out battlefield. I'm not doing a good job at keeping track of things. You can see here we've at least... Right, enemy light cruisers hit by a torpedo. I have to imagine they're going to sink. Another one. 2 torpedoes into an enemy light cruiser. Tell me it's sinking. Should be sinking pretty damn fast, too. Why is it not sunk? Like, that thing should sink in like 5 minutes. It was really hit by multiple torpedoes. Right, there it is. Sunk. Let's sail our fleet back to Vladivostok. And appear that there's any more actions. Looks like the enemy escaped. Their cruisers into port to keep them safe. I think the battle should be over, right? Where's the enemy? Got one light cruiser that I didn't send into port. I'm gonna send everybody else into port. Alright, there we go. Marginal Japanese victory. What? So they lost a light cruiser, we lost an auxiliary, and yet somehow that's a victory. Right? We did suffer some damage, but I don't understand that one. Okay, a bunch more destroyers are all coming online. Has our research helped the enemy research? Great. Alright, so coastal bombardment, enemy Japan. Accept battle. We're gonna have another engagement. This one seems smaller, I guess. The Tortuga class. Let's see what our OOB. Ships all fresh. None of them have damage indicators. Tortuga's our only heavy cruiser here. Actually, she's one of the battle cruisers. Basically, 10-inch guns and incredibly fast speeds. Alright, we'll see how the Tortuga fares. She is our flagship. We're going to head back to our ports, because it is a... Well, let's see here. Objectives. I don't have any. I don't know who's the bombarding force here. That's the thing. I don't know if we're the bombarding force, or if they're the bombarding force. I just assume it's the Japanese being the aggressive ones, but I could be wrong. It's, you know, wide open seas all over here. So our 2 ports of Port Arthur and Delaney. Someone's shooting at our merchants, which presumably are in these ports. Alright, so I think we've spotted enemy ships here. Somewhere. I don't know when I'm sending anyone into the fight. I'm waiting to... Thank you very much for the subscription, Scotty. Appreciate it. Trying to figure out where the heck this engagement's taking place. Supposedly there's sightings over here in the east. There's where we were before. I don't think I have any merchants over there, though, so who are they shooting at? Alright, well, let's run for a bit. See what happens. Come on! Someone give me a concrete report. Everything that's being reported appears to be off to the east. Guess we'll sail that way. See what happens. Again, someone's shooting at somebody, but I don't see where any of these ships are. Yeah, they all appear... Alright, so theoretically I don't have line of sight on any of these guys. Theoretically they're over this way. So let's go the way we were originally sailing and we'll see what happens. So they are bombarding this land fortification over here, which I guess is the whole point. I removed myself from the fight like the cowardly traitor I am. Let's speed up to 20 knots. They destroyed that fortification? Like they probably did. It doesn't have a flag over it. So they probably bombarded and are going to escape. Known ships are being sighted. The sun, I think, is starting to go down. Kuznetsky hit by a torpedo. Chesty. Cars. Doesn't appear to be... Oh, there it is. Alright, well that destroyer is going down, that's for sure. Alright, well one of our destroyers is hit by a torpedo in the night. The Tortuga is hit by a torpedo. Good God, the Japanese and their torpedo technology. It's almost like in real life they were good at torpedoes. Tortuga just sailed straight off into the heart of the enemy line. Those big guns. Tortuga's sinking. God damn. This war. This war. Alright. I should never have fought the Japanese. Poor Tortuga. Poor Tortuga, your ship is sinking! Scotty, it's my own version of the Russo-Japanese War. I think I'm gonna get fired, guys. I'm gonna be remembered as a terrible admiral. Next time the Tsar asks me what we should do, maybe the answer is, why don't you consider making peace? Might not be a bad idea. We're getting our asses handed to us. Tortuga is sunk. We've got a new division leader. I don't even know if it makes sense to try... Oh, God. Read air. I don't even know if it makes sense to try and engage. Like, I'm in shock. I've never actually lost a war like I'm losing in this game. The only thing I am really certain of is the Japanese destroyers have kind of been shot up a bit. About the only thing we've done well. Certainly lost a lot of our own ships, though. Not really worth the exchange. Looks like we got another Japanese destroyer. Some other unidentified ship here. So some unidentified ship sank. Enemy light cruiser here is probably going to sink as well. Somewhere. I don't know where it went. Guessing it sank. You know, if Tortuga hadn't sunk, it wouldn't have been such a disastrous fight. Alright. Certainly a heck of a running engagement, though. Oh god. There's their fleet again, sailing back into their battleships. Yeah, we hit one of them with a torpedo. Nice! Another enemy vessel, a cruiser hit by a torpedo. So our ships are getting shredded, but at least they're hitting enemy vessels with some torpedoes. It would be great if these destroyers could come in here and launch a torpedo strike. I don't even care anymore. My fleet can get destroyed for all I care. I just want to do damage. We could sink an enemy battle. Oh, there goes our light cruiser, the Novak. If we could sink an enemy battleship, even by a lucky torpedo strike, that would go a long way to making anything here that matter, not matter. All right. Russia, a major victory. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so we lost a heavy cruiser, which was really a battle cruiser, a light cruiser, a destroyer, minesweeper, auxiliary, and transport. The enemy lost 2 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, and 6 destroyers. All right, guys, I did not think that was a victory, but apparently we really bloodied them there. That was more of a Pyrrhic victory than anything. We had 5 destroyers with heavy damage, and quite a heavy loss in my opinion. That heavy cruiser was really a battle cruiser, but the game didn't classify it as that. They also lost a battle cruiser with heavy damage, so that does even some of the capital ship odds a bit. If we go back here, you can see it says Russian marginal victory. We get 500 more XP than the enemy. I don't think it's a decisive victory or anything. They're still doubling us up on victory points. You can see here we've got in Northern Europe, these 3 battleships are all ready, so I think we're going to go ahead and move these ships over to the Pacific, if we can get them there. Go to the Northeast Asia Squadron. 3 brand new, rebuilt, 3 Dreadnought battleships, 20 knots, good guns, are going to be joining the fleet. We're also going to have a whole bunch of new destroyers all working up. Once they're done working up, we'll go ahead and have them join the Asia Squadron. Well, why don't we do this? Go ahead and assign some of these to coastal patrol. 6 ships to coastal patrol. That means we can pull 6 others off it. Light cruiser. These cruisers. Asia Squadron as well. All fair bills here. So we're gonna go this guy back to the squadron as well. So reinforcements are heading to Northeast Asia. I don't get the sense we've got to deal with quite as much of the difficulties that the Russians historically dealt. Alright everybody, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and end this video. This was more of a disaster. We had some positive moments as we zoomed through some of these battles. We had some very negative moments. We're losing the battle in tremendously decisive fashion, or the war in tremendously decisive fashion. I think the main question is just how this all, what's the outcome? Because at this point, I'm throwing my hands up and just recognizing that Japan is vastly outclassing me. But I guess we'll see what happens in the following episode. The war is not going well. I'm hoping for peace. I kind of skipped a bunch of battles, hoping that there would be peace. There hasn't been thus far. The Navy's in rough shape. I should be fired a long time ago, but we'll see how this all ends up coming out. So I hope this has been entertaining for you, and until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.